Promote No Pressure podcast. Bill, it's awesome to see you.
Yeah, it's great to be back.
What you guys, I know like we had an episode last week, New Year's episode.
Yes.
We had a New Year. Is it New Year or New Year's?
Well, it's only 1 year turned. But then again, it was a new decade, so it could be a New Year's. I don't know.
What is the, you know what, we need our what maybe we can call him author in residence, Aaron Reed, to text us. Is it New Year or New Year's? It's got to be New Year. That's so ignorant. Say New Year's.
But then again, you have New Year's resolution.
It
just sounds right with an S.
But it's an apostrophe S. Like
yeah,
the New Year's resolution, a New Year's resolution. So it's like it's ownership. You see what I mean?
Yep.
But for some reason, I don't know if it's just my backwood Texas coming out. Happy New Year's. I always want to say years. Myers. Yeah, that's
local here in Michigan.
Myers. I gotta say it like
everybody adds an S to it.
In all fairness, why is that coming out like that? Do you hear that?
Let's check this again. Technical difficulties. Let's keep it up on our lap.
Check.
Yeah,
because it wasn't like going nuts on there.
So we were having a technical difficulty with our headphones.
Yeah, exactly, Bill. But see, in all fairness, though, if I talk like a backwood Texan, like New Year's, which is a horrible Texas accent. I understand that. Don't email me.
It's been years since you lived there.
But if I say backwood Michigan, because we have backwoods people here.
Yeah, we do.
Very backwoods. So I gotta say Myers with how would that sound like with a nasal?
Yeah.
Meyer. No, but it doesn't matter. Like I made a comment a couple of episodes ago about the Kentucky license plate. Remember that? I was like, oh, with a crayon.
Oh yeah.
He made that.
Yep.
He said that's one of the Kentucky plates. It doesn't matter what state that you live in. There's always rednecks somewhere.
That's right. Rednecks or backwood folk.
Backwood folk. How do you folk in them?
Mm-hmm.
Apostrophe em. Folk in them.
Folk in them.
Yeah, like I'm gonna go out to Mom and Nims and get. Okay, so for.
I don't know if I like the way folk in them sounds.
Okay. So
You're going to do what now?
Before I go into this story, I'll tell you this. There was a week through the holidays when you were super busy because you work. You're a very important person. And I don't know if you listened to that episode, but I went into the fact of how important you truly are.
Was that the episode where you went solo?
I went solo.
I did listen to that.
So Flywaters, Joe from Flywaters, calls me up. I think it was like Christmas Eve day.
Yeah.
Okay. And I answered the phone.
Christmas Eve or
Christmas
day?
Eve. Christmas
Day? Christmas Eve.
It was Christmas
the
Eve.
day of Christmas Eve.
Christmas Eves?
Christmas Eve.
So the Christmas Eve's call. No, but Joe calls me from Flywaters and is like, bro, I just listened to that episode where you went by yourself. And he's like, look. It was okay. I mean, I'm not saying it was bad. But if you ever need a co-host and Bill can't make it, you need to call me. You need to do basically in a very nice way, like, dude, you suck. Let Bill. If Bill can't do it, you have to find a replacement. Of course, he didn't say I suck. He's become a friend. You know, So of course he's not gonna say, hey, you suck. But it's like I got the hint. You suck. You suck, but. What?
Thanks.
Oh, sorry. A little delay there. My kids are interrupting me. You suck butt. I think you could do better. So anyways, speaking of Mom and Nims, so for the New Year holiday, my wife and I went down to Texas. And we did a road trip in our tiny little car with our two boys. And you can go to our social media. You're not going to see any pictures of it. Well, if you follow my personal, I think I had one picture up of it. But it was wild. So we're driving down I-59, Highway 59 or I-59. I don't know. I think it's highway. What's the difference between highway and an interstate?
and byway. What's the difference there?
Yeah, I don't know. But you know what? It's amazing how ignorant we can look on this stupid podcast for everyone to see.
We're doing this for you guys.
We're willing to look ignorant for you.
Yep.
For you. They're the listener right now. If you're watching us on YouTube,
on the YouTubes,
we're ignorant for you. No, but we're going down 59 in backwoods East Texas, and there's the little trailer trailer houses for sale, and they're like these little like not even a single wide, but a quarter wide.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Quarter wide?
Yeah. I don't know if it's a quarter long, half wide, like a trailer house that's
quarter
like
back.
It was like a quarter the size of a double wide, and I know that I think a lot of like
a tiny home.
Yeah, kind of like that. But I think a lot of like, oil well, like people in the oil business.
Yeah.
They need a quick house or whatever.
Yeah.
And I just started like, well, I could live in one of those. I told my wife I could do that. Just like. It's kind of like buying a car. You just go up there and you pick out your house.
Yep.
Hook it up to your Toyota Corolla, and then you just pull it off. And I was like, that's such a cool, like, go up to Ronnies, go get me a house, pick one out, and get a gray one, haul it back to mom.
Got a gray 2019.
They're trying to liquidate it before the 2020s come in.
2020s have an extra pantry cabinet.
Exactly. Yeah. You don't need all that highfalutin stuff. And then I started reverting back to my family, like some of the things I've heard my family, because just like anywhere you live, there's rednecks.
Yep.
Just like any family that you're part of, there's rednecks. You know, and I can just hear my mom say, "You go up there, you buy yourself one of them trailer houses from Ronnie, and you're not better than that. You can live in something like that. You're not better than that." And I started going on this whole rant, and it's remarkably not funny at all on the podcast, but. My wife and I,
we are getting no laughs right now.
We were laughing so hard just about going out to Ronnie and Nim's and pick yourself up a house, go down there and get yourself a nice little house, haul it back there to Mom and Nim's. You're not better than that. You're not better than that. And I'm not. I would live in a trailer house from Ronnie.
I've done it. I've done the trailer life.
You did. You did.
For 3 years.
I did the trailer life growing up. I lived in trailer houses a few times growing up.
We were just down in Shipshewana. Is it Shipshawani?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Down in Indiana.
Yeah.
Big Amish country down there.
All the Amish.
Yep. And they have a place where you can look at log cabins, and it gives the prices. It's pre-built log cabins. It's just like a trailer.
Right.
They'll come and unload it on your plot.
Okay.
And we were like, man, these, like my wife and I were down there like, these are actually really nice for the money. They're cheap.
Yeah.
How
much are they?
Like for a decent, like the big one was like 67, and that had like 2 heaters in it.
Really?
Yeah, a big bedroom,
indoor plumbing and everything.
Yeah, indoor plumbing. You'd have to have it plumbed out at your lot, but like the entry level, like the starter one that was like a 1 bedroom was like 37.
Really?
Yep, and they went down to like 10 grand for like a single room.
Dude, that's the way to live, bro.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I'm like, I could totally see buying a plot of land out in the middle of nowhere and popping one of these on there.
But see, the problem with that is like the kids' schools screw up everything because you got to be close enough to where the schools are really good.
I wouldn't live there. That'd be like a vacation place.
No, I want to live there, bro.
Whoa.
Dude, like I tell you, we went to...
Then homeschool.
Yeah, the problem with homeschooling and living in the middle of nowhere is, as most of our listeners know, I am a conspiracy-minded person.
Mm-hmm.
The next thing that would happen to me, Jeff Troutman would all of a sudden turn into like a Waco experience.
The ATF comes knocking.
I'd have people moving their trailers out there from Ronnie's. Hey, go on, get yourself a trailer, move on out. And the next thing you know, I've got like a compound. And I'm a very spiritual person, so I may have started like some kind of
your own cult. My
own little cult. It would eventually go that direction, and that's why it's important to know yourself. It's important to know yourself and your tendencies, and I know that if I moved out in a cabin in the middle of nowhere, it would eventually turn to a cult. No doubt. Absolutely no doubt about that. I would claim to be the Messiah.
Well, now that we're out here, I believe that I am the Son of God.
I found some golden tablets.
Only I can see them. Can I see? Nope.
You got to stare in the sky.
God said you can't look at them.
Some people will get that joke. Some people will be offended by the joke, but that's okay. It's not. I'm not. Look, what I'm saying though is that I'm not saying that religion is wrong or anything. I'm saying this is my religion. Like if I could design a religion, there would be golden tablets that only I could see.
Would you cash them in though?
No, I can't let anyone see them. I may have to melt them down to fund the cult. That would be a good story.
Yeah.
The ultimate, like, okay, here we have this charter that I found on golden tablets. Mm-hmm. How can we erect this cult? Melt down the tablets, sell them as instructed by the whoever instructed me.
Luckily, I took a shot of them with my phone, but only I can see it.
And then that's what we use to fund the cult. See, it's so easy for me to think of these things. That's why I can't move. But we did go to Oklahoma.
Yeah.
On our way back to the Pioneer Woman. You familiar with the Pioneer Woman on the Food Network?
No.
Well,
I don't have the Food Network.
Well, the Pioneer Woman, my wife's been following her since like 2005. She had a little blog and stuff, and now she's grown up to be this huge like food star. Uh-huh. And so we went out to her place out in Oklahoma, and as far as the eye can see, you just have rolling hills. It's pretty amazing.
There's some beautiful rolling hills out in Oklahoma.
Yeah, I could totally live out there in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, good place for a cult. I'm already thinking, where could a cult thrive?
Where could I pop a trailer up?
Yeah, exactly. So what did you guys do for the holiday? Just nothing much,
went to the east side of the state, saw her family, and then
East side.
Drove back to Grand Rapids here for Christmas night, and the next day we drove down to Chicago, and she did some business down there.
Yeah?
She's not a drug dealer or nothing. That sounds, wow.
So you have this new bride.
Yes.
That you're taking across state lines.
Yeah.
On a regular basis.
No, we have only done one. I guess twice now since we did go to Shipshewana. That'd be twice.
You sure she's not selling drugs or illegal fireworks for the holiday?
We got to pick them up in Indiana.
And drive them.
We're taking them into Michigan. So you can only buy them around holidays. So we're going to sell them.
That used to be, when I first moved here, that was a big deal.
Yeah. I used to, whenever I'd go to Indiana, Ohio, anywhere, I would always stop at the state line because that's where you found the best fireworks.
Right.
And you bring them back. You buy like $100 worth, and you bring them back and you sell them, or you just have a big party.
Yeah. Yeah, because you couldn't do like rocket, like
bottle rockets?
Nothing aerial.
Nope. Mortars, nothing.
But now
for good reason.
Now you can though, right?
Yeah.
It's funny.
Only around holidays though.
Oh, really? There's like a time frame. You can't just randomly.
So neighbors don't complain. Yeah.
Huh. Interesting.
Which I totally get behind too, because I've heard like around the holidays they'll be going off to like 3 or 4 in the morning where I live on a main road
in the central Midwest.
And yeah, it gets annoying. Like trying to sleep and hearing pop, 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 sound like a war outside the window.
Right.
I'm getting old. That's what it comes down to.
Yeah.
Getting old.
Exactly. Well, my parents live in the country in Texas. It used to be the country. Now it's getting like inhabited by people. And we let off a firework at my dad's house and it landed on the neighbor's roof. Yeah, you are getting old though, Bill.
Yeah.
We both are. We keep
getting that old man syndrome. Like, get off my lawn.
Yeah, when you're the girl at the Great Clip starts trimming up your eyebrows, you know you're getting old.
Yep, I've had that.
Would you like me to do your eyebrows? Why do they need them? Get the ears too while you're at it.
Oh my gosh, yeah, the lobes. My lobes are getting shaggy.
Well, my hair has left my head and has popped up in other places.
Yep.
You know, just random.
It can't quite make it all the way to the top anymore.
Yeah, just like it's just too tired. I'm just gonna come out here. I'm just done with this whole thing. But anyways, so in other news, cornflakes. Should we do that article?
Yeah, let's talk about cornflakes
because we got a couple articles we're talking about today.
Yeah.
But cornflakes when they were and this has to do with Battle Creek, Michigan, too. By the way,
this is true. This is just down the road from us.
Just down the a couple hours.
No,
what, an hour and a half?
no, like an hour at max.
Isn't it an hour to Battle
Yeah.
Creek?
Well, maybe from here because you're a little off the beaten path here, but like where I'm from, like Kalamazoo's a 35,
Yeah, you just
40
hop
minute
on
drive.
131. Boom.
Yeah.
Well, cornflakes were part of an anti-masturbation crusade. Now, we have not selected this for children on the
YouTubes.
on the YouTube's channel. You got to add an S after random things like New Year's, YouTube's, Myers. That's the theme for the day. We're just gonna add S after things.
Making it plural makes us sound older.
After the Facebooks. This is posted to the Facebooks, but it was actually Kellogg. In the United States, one of the loudest anti-masturbation voice was Michigan physician named John Harvey Kellogg.
Mm-hmm. Not Kellogg's.
No, not John Harvey Kellogg, singular. The good doctor was a bit uncomfortable about sex, thinking it detrimental to physical, emotional, and spiritual well-being. He personally abstained from it and never consummated his marriage. I've heard about this before. And may have actually spent his honeymoon working on his anti-sex books.
Well, happy honeymoon to you, honey.
He and his wife kept separate bedrooms and adopted all of their children.
Oh.
Back then, nowadays we call this guy gay.
Oh.
That's horrible. That one should not make it to the podcast. That one should just be on the YouTube channel. Sex to him, sex with your wife was bad, but masturbation was even worse. If illicit commerce of the sexes is a heinous sin, Kellogg wrote, self-pollution is a crime doubly abominable. This is the name of his book, Plain Facts for Old and Young, Embracing the Natural History and Hygiene of Organic Life. Kellogg cataloged 39 different symptoms of a person plagued by masturbation.
Wow.
Including general infirmity, defective development, mood swings, fickleness, bashfulness, boldness, bad posture, stiff joints, fondness for spicy foods, acne, palpitations, and epilepsy.
Oh, man, I've got a headache. Well, you should stop masturbating.
Your kid struggling with epilepsy? Epilepsy? Is he masturbating? That's the first question the doctor should ask.
Not currently.
Should I be? Oh, man, that's awful. Early in his tenure at the sanitarium, Kellogg created a, quote, health treat for patients that consisted of oatmeal and cornmeal baked into biscuits and then ground into tiny pieces. He called it granola. Not Nola, but Nulla. This was maybe the worst imaginable, since a very similar product with the exact same name was already being made and sold by Jacob Caleb Jackson, another dietary reformer. Under the threat of lawsuit, Kellogg changed the name of his creation to Granola. I'm never eating cornflakes again.
Yeah.
You know,
I used to, when I was a kid, like that would be in the house, but I'd like have to coat them with sugar because they're just so blah to me back when I was a kid.
I mean, the smell of that would kind of keep me from
masturbating?
Yeah. Just the smell of it. You know? Here.
Hey, honey, what? Is that cornflakes?
I'm all good for the night.
Yeah.
You got.
Well, going to bed.
She has a headache. Go sniff the Kellogg bag. That's bad. So anyways, that's one article there, Kellogg's Cures. We're going to post that on our Facebook page because that's always funny. Also, according to Coast to Coast AM,
which is
George
a reputable
Morey.
source. I used to listen to this when I couldn't sleep, back when I would have insomnia.
Yeah.
It starts at like 1 a.m. here in the Midwest. So it's a late night show.
Last time I listened to it, I went and fished the Hex with Kaz.
Yep.
And on the way back, I was like listening to the radio.
Yeah.
And I heard that's when you listen to Coast to Coast AM.
Yeah, that's the only time I listen to it now is if I'm doing like overnight driving.
Yeah.
And you get the craziest stuff the later you get.
Yeah, it's awesome. That's what you like, man. I used to stay up and listen to this stuff too, like with my headphones.
Mm-hmm.
And when I was a kid, and I used to wait for Coast to Coast to come on because it was like the weird stuff. Like maybe it is true, but I think this one really is true. Frozen Bigfoot head unveiled?
Wow.
Question mark. Frozen Bigfoot head unveiled. Like when you put a question mark as in a title of an article, it's already telling you that this may or may not be true. We don't know.
But we should know by now because look at the date.
Yeah, December of 2017.
Wow.
Bigfoot had frozen since 1953. A man who claims that his father killed and subsequently froze a Bigfoot back in 1953 has unveiled what he says is the head of the famed cryptid. Dog trainer Peter Kane made waves at the beginning of 2017 when he showed the world a massive Bigfoot that allegedly came from the aforementioned Sasquatch. And now, as the year comes to a close, he has revealed yet another purported piece of the creature, its frozen head. A large, hairy, frost-covered object sports a pair of teeth, which almost appear to be smiling.
A pair of teeth?
A pair of teeth, not teeths. A pair of teeth.
Now, wouldn't a pair just be two?
Was it the top and the bottoms?
But
that would be a set of teeth.
Yeah. Boy, they're editors.
Yeah.
Come on, Coast to Coast. You're better than that.
As we wonder if it's New Year or New Year's. God, these guys need to get their crap together. I'm so ignorant. At times quite gruesome, the footage features Kane zooming in on a possible Bigfoot head and poking at it with his fingers, perhaps to prove that it's not some kind of fake. To that end, he declared to viewers, not everything's a joke. Yeah, I do joke around, but this is not a joke. This is real. If you have to tell people, no,
seems reputable.
It's not a joke for real. I'm being serious. It's probably a joke. According to him, the cranium weighs around 120 pounds, requiring to enlist the help when it comes to carrying or moving the head.
Wow.
As to what he plans to do with the frozen Sasquatch that passed down to him from his father, Kane indicated that it will be put on display at a Bigfoot museum and theme park that he hopes to build. Is he going to just keep it around in the freezer until he gets this theme park built?
Guess so.
And if it is a marketing ploy to get people to come to your park, you think he would wait to unveil the massive head after the park?
What kind of freezer are they keeping this in, too? I mean, I've had things go bad in my freezer. I
mean, look at this thing. That's a nose, an eye. There's teeth right there. I mean,
a set of them. A pair.
Yeah, it says a pair, but that's more than two if you look in the picture.
That looks like a giant head, not like a Bigfoot head.
That looks like Paul Bunyan's head.
Yeah. Maybe they killed Paul Bunyan.
Maybe they think it's Sasquatch, but really it's just Paul Bunyan.
Interesting stuff here. And this is from the 50s. How old is his dad?
His dad's probably dead.
How old is this guy?
I don't know. It doesn't state his name.
I know. He doesn't look, older than 50s in the
He's probably early 50s, yeah.
Interesting stuff here, folks.
And I know what a lot of people are thinking. If they listened to last week's episode about Diwan Sims, is it Diwan or Diwan? We talked about this last time. We got
apostrophe Wan.
If we're gonna cover this story like true journalists, we need to know how to pronounce the name.
Yes.
Or just choose one. Diwan Sims.
Let's say Diwan Sims.
Diwan Sims or Diwan Sims?
Diwan. Diwan?
I know a lot of you are wondering about the man's that he claims that he's been missing since
1994.
Since 1994. And he's come forward and he's saying that, he is Diwan Sims. But I know his mom, Diwana Sims.
You know his mom?
I know his mom personally. We're good friends. I just took her out for coffee last week. I knew you were going to say that. I knew that was coming.
I'm sorry. I'm fully caffeinated. I'm full of it today.
No, but anyways, his mom, Diwana Sims, who says, this is not my son. She doesn't believe that it's his son. So we're still waiting for the DNA samples.
Is her name really Diwana?
Yes, it is. Here it is. Diwan Sims reported missing December 11th, 1994, disappeared from Wonderland Mall in Livonia, according to his mother, Diwana Sims. if this is truly Diwan, then his mom's Diwana.
Okay. So he's really not Diwan. He's somebody saying that he could be.
Yeah, he gave his DNA.
Oh, Captain Ronald. Oh no, never mind.
4 year. Okay. Yeah, so it doesn't give his name. He's saying that he's Diwan Sims, but it doesn't give his true name right now. But he's given his DNA up.
I wonder if Dewana's rich and it's all a ploy. Like, you got that double wide down the road?
Yeah, I probably got it from Ronnie.
Good to meet you, Mama.
Got her a new trailer, and he's like, "Hey, look, I think you're my mom. I'm pretty sure I'm Diwan Sims." No, but she said that she will. The police are uncertain if she'll cooperate. So,
interesting stuff.
She's also a suspect in murdering. She was a suspect in murdering her child. Something happened to the child.
Whoa, Diwana.
So we're going to follow that story closely here on the Remote No Pressure podcast, because why wouldn't we? We're a fly fishing podcast. Why wouldn't we cover
exactly
a murder on in other news? But
the great anglers of America want to know,
the
rest of the world.
The anglers of America want to know. You know, they really do want to know about all the nonsense that we talk about.
I know.
Speaking of fly fishing, how are things going for you, man? Are you tying? Are you doing anything right now?
I am not. It's been since like August since I've wet a line even.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Oh my God, Bill, you didn't even fly fish this fall, huh?
No, I had a busy year.
Yeah. Well, you got married. That's right, dude.
2019 was pretty full.
That's true. You got married, then the holidays came. It's been kind of crazy. Yep. Well, we do have some office space now in Holland, Michigan.
Yeah.
That I'm working out of.
Yeah.
For the podcast, and we are looking to do some fly tying nights there here coming up. Probably in February.
Oh, cool! Yeah,
yeah. So watch the calendar for dates on that. We're very excited about that.
Yeah,
we have a place to kind of hang our hat, and it's like an office share space. But we're growing. We're doing some really cool things, and so we're very excited about that. Bill, did you make any New Year resolutions?
Nope. Nothing to break.
Nothing to break. Okay. I didn't make any resolutions either. Not out loud, but in my head. Because if you want things to happen, do not write them down and keep them internally.
If you see a shooting star, you don't tell somebody what you wished for, otherwise it doesn't come true.
Exactly. I just want to keep those things to myself. But I don't think I've ever been happier that a new year has come.
2020?
2020. Yep. Yeah, I'm happy.
It's going to be an interesting year. All the politics going on.
Politics. We got work going on. We got an election year. Well, that's ironic.
Yeah.
There's lots of stuff, lots of cool things.
Yeah.
Also, aside from politics that are happening too. So get out there and fish. And this episode is a little bit different. It was just a Jeff and Bill episode.
Yep.
But we're looking forward. We got some other guests coming up here on the show. We have a Musicians on the Fly series coming up here soon. So stay tuned for that. Got some really good musicians lined up. And I'm excited about this year's podcast.
Yeah. Always looking forward to it.
Yeah. Well, be sure to check us out. Also, another thing, too. If you don't follow us on Instagram, I know we always say we kind of mock people following social media.
Yeah.
Which is probably not a good business practice. I mean, let's be honest. But we do need 10,000 followers on Instagram. We're at like 9,000 right now.
Why do we need them for?
That's a great question, Bill. There's like certain features on Instagram, like swipe up to learn more.
Yeah.
Things like that, where you need 10,000 is the threshold where you get you are considered a legitimate. They give you access to things that
Facebook owns Instagram.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
and when we get 10,000, they'll probably say actually it's 100,000 or something. I don't know, but we need 10,000 followers on the Instagram. So if you haven't followed us, I've never asked you to truly follow one source because we're like, there's so many choices. You can find us everywhere: Facebook, Instagrams,
the
interwebs, our mailing lists.
Yeah.
All these things are great for you to stay connected. But really, if you haven't followed us on Instagram, we would love to see that because we're trying to get those numbers up so we can really take it to the next level. So that's kind of my goal for the podcast this year. So if we can get to 10,000, that'd be great. We're about 2,000 downloads away from 100,000 downloads.
I saw that.
We're going to have a party at 100,000 downloads.
I like that. We could do that.
That's pretty sweet, dude. That's quite an accomplishment.
That's like a week.
Yeah.
Isn't it? About maybe 2 weeks.
Yeah, we'll have it in 2 weeks.
Yeah, that's crazy.
We'll have 100,000 downloads, and we're gonna have a party, bro.
All right.
Yeah. Well, so did you have anything else to say, Bill? Anything on your heart this morning? Here's your taking coffee. Anything on your heart? Anything you need to? Anything you need to tell me or our podcast listeners?
Well, now that we're alone, there's something I gotta say. No.
Promise you don't tell anyone.
This is just between you and me. No.
Oh man, no, but we really appreciate you listeners. Thank you so much also for leaving reviews.
Yeah.
On the podcast, especially Apple, that helps us out a lot.
Yep. Tell us what we're doing right. Tell us what not to do.
Tell us, yeah.
We're gonna do it anyways, but
yeah. Call me if you think I need a co-host. Bill's not here. But until next time, go fishing.